in difference from my colleagues in academia that are motivated by showing off, by group mentality, herd mentality, and by ridiculing whatever is outside the beaten path. And it's really unfortunate trying to do some scientific work, research, and that's what makes me different from many science communicators like Neil deGrasse Tyson or Brian Cox, who are not really engaged with writing scientific papers as much as with communicating to the public what other people are saying. Yeah, and I regard science as a privilege of pursuing your curiosity, getting paid to be curious. And that was what I anticipated when I entered academia. I had this illusion that it's, we are all seeking the truth, and we can make mistakes. It's not about us. It's about figuring out nature. And what do I find in academia? People that are ego-driven, that are, jealousy is the strongest force that drives them. And this is really unfortunate because we're missing the point, right? And the point of tenure in academia in particular is to pursue questions that are not necessarily popular, to imagine things that involve taking risk. And because perhaps that's where the next discovery will come from. But I don't expect everyone to do that because many people lack the imagination. Okay, so they can't imagine something different than they were already exposed to. And so that's fine. I mean, I have no issue with that. But when they push back and ridicule and try to suppress views that are a little bit more creative than what they are used to, that's harmful. It's harmful for innovation in science. It's harmful to young people who want to pursue science. So I'm trying to attack this in two ways. One, demonstrate to the public that science is fun, that you can come up with ideas that may end up being wrong, but that's, like a detective story, trying to figure it out. And the public connects to that relative to a press conference where scientists are telling the public what they should know. And how many times did we hear ideas in press conferences where the scientists were absolutely sure that they're telling the public the correct version of what they believe to be the reality, and then they ended up being wrong? How many times that happened? So the point is, if you pretend to know the truth and tell the public from a higher level of the hierarchy, the public doesn't like that. That's what brings this sense of alienation or animosity towards science. And the second thing is, we are missing an opportunity to innovate, to actually find new things that we haven't thought about before. If we are not, so my basic point is that the foundation of science is the humility to learn instead of the arrogance of expertise. And the arrogance of expertise is exactly what you would find in those who criticize what I'm doing, and including commentators like Neil deGrasse Tyson or Brian Cox, who are just commentators that are not playing in the field. If you imagine the metaphor of a soccer game, I'm in the field. I can score a goal. They are just sitting on the bench and making statements about what other people, how the players are playing, and who gave them that authority. Like I published by now 12 papers on 3i Atlas. Brian Cox didn't write a single scientific paper about 3i Atlas. He only comments about the fact that it must be a comet. And how does he know? Actually, just now I looked at the latest data, and I can tell you all about it. What looks like a very intriguing evidence about the nature of this object, 3i Atlas.